My ears just plugged up. Right, because I would. Hi. How? Welcome to my tube. Marge, Heyoka, Empath. I just like have these little talks on how I feel about things. Everything's just plain goofy. I freaking slept. I don't remember dreaming. I know I did, because I dream every night. I'm all over the place. So staying focused, it ain't easy to do. I did have my first online shopping experience at the local box store, pick up food, because I won't wear a mask. And they all just come up with more rules, and people like me have such a hard time with them, man. School is a nightmare for me. It was such a nightmare because it was like there was always different sets of rules for different people. Different people got to do different things, and they got to go over here, and the people that wear the good clothes got to go over here, and you know, you know, it's just there's always been this like moving cups around, where's the spirit? That trick game, that game of deception. There's a ball and the three cups, and it's sleight of hand. It's like the spirit's in there, and you're fighting between mind, body, spirit, ego. Where's the spirit? Where's the spirit? People have lost their spirit. They've lost their energetic balance. They've lost, men have lost the femininity in them, the softness, the sensitivity, the protector. Women have lost their ability to speak truth and stand in their truth, in their power, in their conviction, and to not allow what you don't want. It's the vibration of truth, and it's coming out like a sliver, like a festering sliver. That's what truth is. You can't bury it. You can't cover up truth, man. It's got a frequency. People know. You can feel. We're just like tuning pitches, and we pick up on vibrations, and everybody's they're all playing a game, and they're just like playing a role. Everybody's playing a role, but they all know that there's this real storyline that's being played out in the heart space, and that storyline is only communicated with people with spirits, and people don't have spirits, that just have all ego and don't know what it's like to have a spirit. They're so mad. They gotta do bloodletting ceremonies and stuff like that. Like the summer solstice is tomorrow, and there's so much goodness, and that's the thing. You can do all the rituals, all the seances, all the positive, negative intentions that you want. You can do that. We have free will. We're spirits are autonomous. We can do whatever we want. They're advertising satanic rituals all over the place. Everybody has the right to do that. Understand there's karma. Karma's the part that people forget about, that everything, all the terror that you put out, all the don't you know who I am, and instilling the fear and might is right, and swinging wieners. Swinging wieners need Viagra. Yep. But men that are balanced and they're masculine and feminine, they just fine. They all right. They're young. They're virile. They know how to treat people. They ain't all about chasing sensations and just looking for a penis pocket. That's what some girls deem themselves. Just a pocket, just a place to put it. There's no spirit in that. I tried to identify with that storyline. I wasn't good at it. That's just another frequency I wasn't welcome into. I was going, see all this shadow, it's all the people's shadow stuff is coming out, and so, mine is too. I got it's full, everybody's full spectrum, man. Everybody's just flowing. You got dark, you got light, you don't know which aspect you're dealing with in yourself, and so because you don't know what you're dealing with in yourself, when you take that out into the world, If you are dealing with your shadow aspects, first person you meet, you're going to see the shadow in them. And it's going to be go time. I'm listening to astrology. The planetary alignments are lining up just right for another military conflict. Only this one, it's right over where the eclipse is going. Africa, China. China's already the little short man complex right now. China's already pissed because they're embarrassed because they caused all, oh, we did all, we start, I mean, they're like the catalyst. Whether it's true or not, everybody's staying home. I've been staying home for 3 years just trying to save money to move, and now it's go time. I haven't saved a lot of money. I wish I would have saved more money, but all my dogs are taken care of. Mom's taking care of everything we need, Bills are paid. I'm trying to pay down that $1,300 city bill. Maybe I'll pay it down before I go. Maybe I won't. It's my karma, But, but that's the thing is people, you got good-hearted people that just pay their bills, and then you have the greedy people that want to buy more different colors cars, not just fancier cars, but just like fancier cars in several different colors and airplanes, and buy all this stuff because they feel small inside, so they keep raising their prices. And we're just like, we got to make choices. That's why I had to make choices. I literally came down to buying dog food or water, and in the city of Salem, Oregon didn't float the balance, so they just shut it off. But they keep collecting money for services that I don't even render, so it's so they could make like $80 million police stations. And I've been telling my stories for 3 years, just people haven't seen them because, we don't get a lot of press, because we speak truth, and people haven't wanted to hear it until as of late, as you can tell, all the stuff they buying into. I'm like been butthurt about like things like America's done. Like, I take it personally because America, is a collective conscience. And I'm a part of that collective conscience. So when other, the sum of all parts do things, and that aren't in alignment with me, it's freaking embarrassing. It's what it is. And like, I remember when they made Jackass 2 the #1 country, like open #1. It was the #1 movie in the nation, Jackass 2. And I'm like, yeah, it pretty much shows who we are. I was in the Air Force. I was going to college. I was real busy, but the people that I was looking around when I was working all these shifts, because we had to work 12-hour shifts, 11 days a month for like a year and a half just to play scenarios like people are living out today. So if you don't think this is not all staged, that's all these people. These are the people people in the military are the ones that weren't cool enough to make it in drama. Because they play all day. They play all day, and then they take all of our money to play big scenarios and freaking kill people and murder people, and it's bloodletting on a freaking mass scale. And anything related to the masses is for the asses. And even if everybody in the world just like all of a sudden started seeing my talks, and it's just like, oh my God, she knows what she's, and everybody started thinking about me. I'm contrarian. I'd walk behind everybody looking at me and tap them on the shoulder and go, but what about this point of view? That's what Heyoka do, yeah. We clowns like that. We just want to play and have a good time. We don't understand why there's so much grossness. I don't understand why some guy thought it'd be a good idea to put himself inside a little baby like me, and why there's so many men with that storyline. But the thing of it is people got to understand when things happen to you, yeah, that is an imprint in your spirit. That's why ghosts are stuck here in a loop. That's why they're stuck here, is because there was some trauma and they got stuck in that loop. So they're replaying. They're living it over and over. Ever see the show Preacher? It's pretty violent. Don't recommend it for children or people of the sensitive type. But it makes you think. Just stuff makes you think. You don't have to agree with stuff. I listen to people all the time. I listened to the Leo Cub last night. Cubs can't be kings, and his ego, until he deflates that, yeah, keep working on that tech. Keep working on your set. Keep working to make sure all those, everything. Yeah, keep working on the outside stuff. Then maybe maybe while you're working on that, the inside stuff will catch up. No, you got work to do, boy. Yeah, you do. You got some growing up to do, sir. Yes, you do. I believe that he can. I just don't care to, but that's my point, is I don't like the kid. He's got stuff to say. He's got valid information. that adds to the puzzles. You know, and he verifies what, you know, I listen to freaking Rick Levine, I mean, Molly McCord, Adrian Elise, Maja Astrology, Peace Stealer. I mean, I spend my days gathering data, and then I report as to what I put it on, knowing what I know from working in the Air Force, in the health industry, in the security industry. I worked for G4S, the third, at that time it was the third largest country in the world. So I don't do things small. I don't go, I study, I research. I don't even interview for companies that I'm not in the same alignment with. I lived in Omaha, Nebraska. There were headquarters all over the place because of the dirty. It's easy access for the dirty. That's why they have all the you know, because they do their rituals, the dirty. And the College World Series, the dirty. Creighton University, Jesuit University, the dirty, taking rules and thinking you're kings and queens and moving people around on the magnetic chessboard, and which is Mother Gaia. They don't get to play those games no more. I'm calling them out. I'm teaching other people how to go to the city government pages. Look at how much these people are paying themselves, and look at all the work that isn't getting done. And you want to know, you know, and your utilities are going. I know more and more people just want to freaking go live. Just F it. It's not even worth the hassle. Even like online shopping this morning, I'm a slider. Me and tech, we don't. That's what we don't. I vibe too high for it. I can't. I have to keep my energy field calm, or I can't even do these videos. And how come they're not modifying technology for more of us sliders that are waking up? It's measurable. I go through a lot of light bulbs. Do you? I break things. And it's not because I'm not grounded. It's because I'm very grounded. It's because I see the potential of light and dark in everything. Everything has an energy. Lighters, I can freaking rock them off people's hands with my brain juice. I mean, you can too. Everybody can do this stuff. Everybody's a superhero. You know that person that has dogs and that does funny voices in the commentary with the dogs? That's an empath that's reading the spirit of the animal. Cooperation is nature's way. When you have ears to listen and eyes to see all of the things there's more magic. I'm supposed to wear glasses. I've been nearsighted since I was like 10, 11, 13 years old. We always got because we were poor, so there's the poor people rack. There's your choice. You get a choice about 6 lenses. So I made the best of every situation because I never got the choices that so many other people have today. So when I see what people do with the choices they got, I'm just like, ain't that a waste? Where's the spirit in that? You know, and it's because it's all ego, and that's what I'm coming to find out. People don't have spirits. They straight up don't. Either to teach, you know, doesn't mean that they don't have free will, that they can't step into it. And you know how you step into your spirit? Just stop acting like a D-bag. Stop being a jerk. Stop trying to overpower people. Stop trying to make your will the law of the land. Cooperation is nature's way. There is plenty for everybody, and it's the people at top. They're the ones with the poverty mentality making it hard for the rest of us. You know? People have always said, Marge, you have so low self-esteem. And I'm like, no, I don't. I'm the best person I know. I'm the best. I don't know anybody else in the history of my 46 years on the planet that has ever quit their career to hang out with their mom. A career that, mind you, in other videos I talk about the freaking struggles that I had to get to just to get into the Air Force. And just to go to college, because people change the rules, and whoever's in charge, it's how they feel that day. So you have the syllabus But you also have the personality of the person that you're paying $140,000 a year because their opinions count. So then they start getting a little egomaniac and, okay, well, I like this person, so this person gets a good grade, but they challenge me and they embarrass me, so it doesn't matter what they do. They're not going to freaking pass. I don't care if they're brilliant. And that's how the reality of the world works. The letter of the law and the spirit of the law. There's the heart space and there's ego space. And this whole world is 51% ego space. I spent a lot of time meditating. I am one angry. I can be. I got a lot of it in me. It's in there. It's in my energy field. So every time I meet something out in the world that pisses me off, it is every vibrational frequency of every anger I've ever had added to on top. Just combustion. So I'm out there in the world. I'm like freaking Pamela Alden on freaking woof. I'm always breathing. Just this God, Jesus help me. Oh baby, just help me with this fool. Help them, for they don't know that they are just ego and void of spirit and it's in the shell of a stupid. But every time I do that, you know what I'm doing? I'm cursing myself because I see in other people things I don't like about me. Yeah. So that's why it's never good to talk trash about anything. Put your vibration down in a lower frequency, and then mad people do mad things. And the whole world is a little mad right now, wouldn't you say? I'd say the world's mad. I think the whole world's throwing a temper tantrum, and I think it's going to get worse because people are rectifying with the prominent energies in their energy field. When I say prominent, I don't mean dominant. Their dominant is winning. So like my natural case, when the energies are like they are right now, some are fire, I want to go into the masculine. That's the easier, less the resistant, softest way. People like me there. People don't like me there. I stand corrected. I don't care because I just take what I want. I'm a bully. That's how I recognize bullies, is because I know how to act like one, because I just mimic the behavior of people that have already bowled me over my whole entire life. But I had to switch and I stepped into spirit, and so now worst best I do, bully bullies. I bully bullies. I out the dicks. It's my role that's my chosen role is Heyoka, as I see it today. Roles might change. We evolve, we grow, we descend, we're energy, we flex, we don't try. Anyone that tries to keep the world in the same ideology of how it was because the idea of that day was glory, they're stuck. There's no progress in that. The people that are all in place right now have been there for like 30 years. The old ideas are nil until you let go absolutely. So thank you for your Zoomers. Thank you for your service boomers. There's a new generation. Heyoka for president. Dude, I would have all the cops meditating. And I would take half their pay because they get too many perks. Too many cars. They can get those little smart cars. It's better for their ego and it's better for the economy. They don't need SUVs. Then they can get out on the street and, just be amongst your people because you're them. You're just trying to keep the peace. That's all. They got a little carried away. Their egos got carried away. Well, lack of education does that. High school diplomas, that's the only equivalency you need to earn $83,000. So defunding, it's not defunding, it's just maybe giving them more the right size, maybe adjustments, and all these politicians. I've been talking cut their pay for freaking 3 years. Cut their pay. I got to make it work on like $2,000 a month. Cut their pay. I got a college degree. I'm a veteran. I take care of. Cut their pay. I mean, If I can have a joyful, glorious life with nothing, cut your pay. Cut your own pay. I get a job, if I ever got an offer, if I ever, that's why I can't work for somebody else, because I'm like, nah, I'm not worth that. I'm not, money isn't real. I'm spirit. I can't, give me $1 million a week, because that's what I'm worth. Is that going to give me a job? Money ain't real, spirit is. So fools like me, money is just, that's why I'm trying to find my tribe, so I can, have the accountant friend, and the law friend. I know law too. I know how to study law. I worked at a freaking law school. Creighton was law, medical. I put myself in these positions to learn. Not just learn about the systems, but learn about the people that are involved in systems. I could have gone into robotics and stuff like that. AI, I could have gone that way. You know why I didn't go into AI? Because I couldn't freaking stand the people, the personalities that were in it. Because they have God complexes. And they all get the budgets, and they all get the toys, because that's what, so that they feed the shadow. And so that when the shadow's fed, the ego grows, and then this is the world we get. Plus with technology, it's interesting, and I'm so grateful that people have always told me that nothing is about me. It's not about you, Margie. People tell me that shit on my birthday. It happened this last year, the Sky Priestess. I won't go into the story, but I'm just saying, just like, even I get excited, and it's just like people, my whole life, people just, because they don't got spirit, and they see that I do, so they try to take mine, and I ain't gonna let them, because it's mine. I share with you, but you don't get to make me your shadow. And I'm gonna wrap it up on this. I've been fuzzy pickles is what I talk to this. Now I thought it was a funny term, fuzzy pickles, and I heard it. I remember, because I love photography. It's in me. It's part of me. It captures souls. I just love photography. And one of the reasons why it was is we didn't get a lot of family pictures, and when I go into people's houses, it's like raising hope. When she's at cleans houses, she always looks at the family portraits, and that's why family portraits are in pictures. Pictures were important to her, so we had some here and there, not a lot. We're poor. We couldn't afford it. So it was one time before things got real bad. We still lived in Morro Bay. It was Sprouts Ritz in Morro Bay. I remember the smell of the rubber balls. I was probably 2 years old, 4, 3, 2. Yeah, I was young, and we went and got our pictures taken, and the photographer was like, said, "Fuzzy pickles." And I was like, ha! That's a funny word. Fuzzy, and that's the thing. And then I looked it up today, because it just crossed my mind, and that's what I do. I go down ant holes. And then I go out, and I'm like, Mom, remember that term, fuzzy? She's like, yeah. And I said, yeah. That was funny, huh? She's like, yeah. And then I come back in here, because it just makes her feel bad if I told her the reality of it. See, I looked it up. I just Googled it, goodoodled it, Urban Dictionary, and there's a couple synchronicities in here for me. But there's 393 likes. I'm numerology. I'm all of it. I'm full spectrum. I just collect data to figure out if people are spirit or ego, and if they're ego, enjoy your path, learn your lesson. If you're spirit, let's have some fun, yeah. So, fuzzy pickle, number 1, a statement to distract people when they are about to hit you, so you can hit them first and run away. So it's a cheap shot. That's what a fuzzy pickle is. And who else? And if you want to know, and this is where I bring in the psychology of it. I used to like Eminem when I was younger, 20s. Oh, when his music came out, because it was like nothing I ever heard. It was pioneer, and he has gifts. Thing is, he stepped into his spirit, and as soon as he started busting out his anonymity and showing his coins, as soon as he started doing that was his ego, and then we became out of alignment. He actually made a song called Fuzzy Pickle. That's why I bring it up. And he worked with Beyonce and her husband, I'm not in alignment with either. They're also getting into trouble. See, everybody right now, their egos are being busted out. They're being shown for who they are. They've been acting like they're from spirit, but they're from shadow. You know? And some of them I'm sad about because I freaking appreciate, I got I got a song or two I got one song of Beyonce's on here, but I ain't never been in alignment with her because she married Jay-Z. And like attracts like, and I ain't like him at all. I have so many reasons why I'm out of alignment with that man. And he also runs with Marina Abramovich, who I used to really be in alignment with because we had like the same similar experiences in childhood. Only she came from the top of the chain and she didn't gain any humility. She could have gone into spirit, but she went into darkness because that's the less resistant way, and you get a lot of freaking perks from freaking bloodletting and reading in trails, and that's why they burn witches and stuff at the stake, because you don't get to take the light of another being, the energy of another being. You don't get to take it without their permission, without their consent, without their knowing. That's what all this legal jargon and all this privacy stuff, heck, they might as well put in, you're selling your soul to the devil. You cool with this as long as you can click like yes or no? Yeah, I'm good with it. It doesn't mean it. It's just digital, all that stuff. I don't mean, but then when you deal with that stuff, it's okay, the shadow parts of me, you can have it to the devil, because that's like, 49%, that's the less than 51% of the light of me. And people that act like they're all good, oh, you got 49% of shadow. They might not be black, but they're just shades of the color spectrum. That's where the gray areas come in and stuff like that. The questionable stuff, the maybe ethical, but when you do kids and shit, there ain't no question in that. No question. There are things that there's no question about, and there's a bigger percentage of this bird supports. There's a larger percentage of the population right now that exists when it should be 0%. Should be 0%. So it's that vibrational frequency. So what we got to do, folks, we got a lot of work to do. So we got to go into the darkness. We got to go to where the crap is, and we got to grab those egos, and we got to grab them and show them what it is to live in the light and drag their asses back. And that is what's going to raise the vibration, the frequency, the shamanic resonance of all Mother Earth, Gaia, Earth School, whatever you call it. Where people don't got to hate nobody, and people just don't got to be jerks. And there ain't no freaking borders, and you can come and go as you please. And there's no times, and everything's open. There's places that everything can be open, or it's all about what you want. You don't get to impede on other people's progress. We are all autonomous. Everyone is equal. So and you can see the control freaks, the egos are melting out. Like, things are lightening up. Only 150 people have died in Oregon in 6 months. So rest in peace. Every spirit, when they die, is a contribution back to source to help guide, in the ascension, and however, if they were in the military, their family would have got $250,000 for their loss, because every soldier's life is valuable. I don't know why everybody else's life isn't just as valuable, but that's how egos think. They don't think logically. They think in numbers and clubs and groups and seances and rituals, in things that take people's spirit. In other ways that people's spirit can be taken? It's not just by killing people in death. It's by putting them in positions where they kill people, and then they are like, oh my God, for the rest of their lives, they just think about, all they can see is that picture of how the person that they killed and how they were animated, and then just, I've seen people die from a very young age. I've seen trauma. I've seen it a lot. I have a lot of mental, so when I see people and I meet people, I'm doing a mental inventory of every account I've ever had with every person, so I'm sizing people up at all times. Rest assured, I sleep good at night. My spirit is intact. See, because when the traumas happen to me, yeah, your spirit rises up out of your body because humans do terrible things that aren't meant for the spirit to experience. And it doesn't want the imprint, so it will escape, but it still sees. Still has the memory. Might not have the vibrational you know. And people are going to be triggered more and more. Like, people are going to have, like, weird shit happen to them from somebody when they were younger, and they're going to smell the perfume that they haven't smelled in 30 years, and they're going to fucking, excuse me, they're going to freak out, and then it's all going to come flooding back. Everybody's dealing with past life stuff. Everybody's dealing with early childhood stuff. That's why everybody is freaking out, is because everyone is terrified because of stuff that they didn't handle, the fears they didn't face when they were kids. Because they didn't have somebody to go into the shadow with them and pull them into the light and teach them to tell themselves that you are the light and you will be okay. Nobody's going to hurt you because you have all the tools that you need. Yeah. That's how I feel about things today. Who's in the talkie checks? Yeah. I know. What am I supposed to be? It was like always it was so confusing. Other people, and I don't do, and see, and I probably should do more, but I break my stones and crystals. I had a blackstone. I can't remember the name of him. Trimple from the Mayan ruins in Tulum, Mexico, and it had my dog's name on it, Arthur. 6 letters, and it freaking. I was laying here one day, and I had it on a necklace, and I did something. I flipped over, and it like folded, and I was like, that's how things like that break. The physics. I'm always learning. I'm like, but I mean, and the lessons come with the price, because it's, but I still got the pieces, of course. But it's just like I have rings I wear, I guess, and I got this little guy. I've had it since I was like, Mom, my brother, and I each had one. It's a saint. I have one with 4 saints on it. Somebody gave me in tech school. Has all 4 saints on it. I'm like, yeah, I'm not into organized religion, but I'm a fool. I need all the help I can get. All the prayers, so I get trinkets and protection, but all that is in my mind. It's all, I do my little prayers and my little intentions, angels guide me and protect me through the day, help me not to be one of them, not speak too much lower vibrational crap, just help me find my way and make it possible for me to get what I need for my family and what I need, just what I need. I don't have too many wants today. I've been a lot. It's like when I was a little girl, when I felt stuck, when we were so poor, and it was like people are starting to drive and their parents were buying them cars and stuff like that. I just couldn't believe, because we couldn't even, most of the time Mom didn't have cars, walked everywhere. But it's just like always good for them. I had a buddy pick me up in high school in his Nova. He still has that thing. 3 engines later, he still drives it. He works in Mike's bike shop down in Sac. I hope he's doing good, man. He used to post. He posts physics, man. I love it. He used to do it more. Of things that people would come in and be like, like mangled their bikes in crazy contorted ways, and it's just like, what kind of person does something like that, And I'm like, oh, people like me, because I'm clumsy and I don't pay attention, and people like me that I know that don't pay attention, forget your bike racks on the hood of your car and stuff, just like people that do so many things at one time that they're not necessarily thinking about the present moment. So more and more people are starting to think about the present moment, and they're starting to enjoy these moments, because what are you gonna do when you go out there anyway? You know, sometimes if I want to, I can imagine like I live in a bubble and the whole ocean is surrounded, and I live under the ocean because everybody's in a mask. Yeah. Anyway, it's about time for Mom's breakfast. I gotta get her breakfast going. I've been yammering on long enough, I think. I just thought, I was gonna tell about the Pickles story. So, Eminem, I ended up on him, and he had the song about the pickle. Well, when you scroll down lower, Fuzzy Pickle, there's a second definition. And bugger, if they don't ruin nothing, everything. See, because I was that little kid. You say funny things, hee, I'm the one that's going to laugh the loudest because it's the goofiest. So, what do people look at that? Oh, she is the more in spirit. And the predator, they think, I can take advantage of that. I know exactly how to do it. I've been doing it for years. The joy, I'm going to stifle that with my shadow. So here's the second definition. Now, mind you, the first time I heard it, I was a little kid. I thought it was the funniest thing. And ever since then, when I've taken pictures, and I've taken a lot of pictures in my life, I probably have 50,000 that Apple owns in the iCloud, because I know they're not mine. They just allow me access to my own data from time to time. And any time they want to revoke access, well. So I don't even get excited about all of it. I keep some pictures are pictures. The pictures are all in our minds. That's the memories, you know. People just don't make good memories. They just keep relying on the old ones. And leaving the same day over and over going, oh, the good old days. Let's make those memories. But you're lying to yourself. So, the second definition of Fuzzy Pickles, this is the one that kind of put things together for me in a kind of a sad way, is the statement, old white men whisper. Oh, wait, I totally wrecked that. My eyes went, well, I wrecked it. Totally ruined it. Oh, wait. The statement, old white men whisper into teenage girls in the zoo. So that's what that means. And as an example, Fuzzy Pickles, beautiful, whispered the creepy old man into my ear as I was taking a picture of someone. See, there's all these tells, man. And you think they're lighthearted, and you think they're funny, and you think they're cute, but what you're doing is you're showing the shadow how light your light is, so they can stifle it. Well, I ain't gonna let them get my light, man. Ain't nobody getting my light. I worked too hard for it. I did. And you can also tell about how people are, how they play. Let's play like this. Let's act this out. Let's do this. No, that's weird. No, that's sadistic. No, that's twisted. No, I won't do that. Homie, don't pretend that way. Homie, don't play that way. Homie, play? Homie, don't play that way. Let's go do some fun, and seeing people, it's that innocence. It's the kid. People, they want you to have dolls and act like, from the get-go, and then you go do that, and then they're like, well, okay, plan. It's all to create cognitive dissonance, and people are starting to live from their heart. When you live from your heart and their chakras are all lined up and stuff like that, that is the ultimate in lie detection. Ultimate. So, that's about all I got for now. Hope you have a rad day. Peace. I'll be back on later on. Don't you worry about a thing. I kid. But I will be back later on. Not that it would be any cause for